Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video I'll be telling you how I improved my social life as an introvert about 90%, and I'll be giving you 5 practical tips that you can use in your own life to improve how you interact with people and make more friends. Okay, so keep watching the video till the end to know what those 5 tips are. So about 8 years ago, when I was in 12th grade or so, and all the time until then, I used to be very awkward when it came to social situations where a lot of people were involved. So when it came to family functions and all, where I had to like go and interact with all of my extended family members, I used to be very afraid or confused. I just didn't know what to say, so I tried to avoid those situations as much as possible. And as time progressed, one day when I was in my 12th grade library, I found this book, How to Influence and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book right here. So the tips that I'm about to give you in this video are majorly the points from this book, that is the important points that I liked and I used in my own life to improve my social life. But I highly recommend you guys to pick up and read this entire book. I guarantee you will not regret it. Tip number 1: become genuinely interested in the other person. So when it comes to starting conversations or meeting new people, the one thing that you need to keep in your mind is not to think about yourself so much. Think about the other person. So to start a conversation, it's pretty simple. Just ask about, if it's a new person, just shake their hand, ask the name, what they're doing for work and stuff like that. So the reason for this is people love to talk about themselves and their interests. So for a few minutes when you meet a new person, just forget about your own interests and then ask about their interests, what they are interested in, why they like to do it, and so on. And they'll keep on talking, and all you have to do will be just listen, and you can keep the conversation going on and on and on, and they will end up liking you more because you seem to be interested in them. And this has to be genuine, guys. Don't be fake. Just try to be genuinely interested in what they are saying, their life, and stuff like that. So this is something that you can keep in mind whenever you interact with someone. If you genuinely show interest in people's lives, then they will automatically respond and they will show interest in your lives as well. So this point is something that really changed the way that I interact with people. So before, I didn't know what to say when I meet a new person. So after I saw this point in this book, I would just go up to people, and like I said, I would ask about their interests, what they like to do, and stuff like that. Tip number 2: do not criticize, condemn, or complain. Nobody likes criticism, guys. I mean, I know sometimes it can be constructive and it can actually help the other person, and there are ways for constructive criticism, and the book gives you many tips on that, but I won't be covering it in this video. But the idea is, everyone thinks that they are right, their opinions are right. I think that what I'm saying is right, my opinions, what I believe in is right, and every other person thinks the same way. So do not just blatantly criticize people that they're saying they're wrong, you're right all the time, or point out their faults in public and stuff like that. Nobody likes that, saying, yo, you don't look good, your shirt's bad, stuff like that. You shouldn't be doing this. If you do that all the time whenever you talk to people, then they will end up hating you or not liking you, at least. So yeah, just stop criticizing people unnecessarily. Just try to reduce it at least, and you'll see a big improvement in the way that people act around you. Another thing is complaining. Complaining about every little inconvenience there is, and how bad your life is, how you can't get certain things, how things are not the way you like. Nobody likes to be around a person who complains all the time, so stop complaining as well when around people. Tip number 3: give honest and sincere appreciation to other people. So whenever you see something good in the other person, just give them a compliment, and this has to be genuine, guys. Don't fake stuff. People can understand when you fake stuff. Whenever you see, like for instance, a person has a new shirt and it looks good on them, just tell them, wow, that's a nice shirt, man. And when you do that, people actually feel good about you. And when you give, people like people who genuinely appreciate them, right? So yeah, just don't be selfish and so self-centered all the time. When you see something good in people, appreciate them, give them a genuine compliment. And even small things, like I mentioned, just, man, you look good today, what's going on, things like that. People really like that when they are genuinely appreciated. So try to do this. Try to appreciate people when you see something good in them. Give genuine compliments. When people achieve a victory or success in some area, go up to them and give them a genuine compliment and see how people change the way they interact with you. They'll start to feel good around you and they'll want to be around you more. Tip number 4: remember people's names. This is a very important point, guys. Do not get people's names wrong. It absolutely pisses people off when you get their names wrong. So try to, whenever you meet a new person, try to remember their name the next time you meet them. And you can see their face light up if you call them their correct name with the right pronunciation. So the reason for this, a person's name is the most important and sweetest sound in the world to that person. I mean, we all like it, right? When somebody, even in a public meeting or in a public gathering, when somebody calls us by our name, it gives us that sense of importance, that sense of belonging, that this person recognizes our existence. So yeah, the name is very, very important, guys. Do not get people's names wrong and try to remember people's names with the right pronunciation when you meet somebody new. So this is very, very important, guys. Remember the names. And finally, tip number 5 is let the other person save face. And what this means is that when you find a mistake in someone, and like, just imagine that you have a friend and you know that they have done something wrong by mistake, and when you come and meet this other group of friends and you start talking about stuff, just don't bring up the thing that you and your friend knows in front of this public and humiliate that person. Just let them save their face. Don't just avoid that pleasure that you get from humiliating this person in front of the entire group. So this is just an example. The point is, like, when you know something that some person, a friend of yours or another person, has done wrong, and it is not necessary to bring it out to the public, just don't bring it out and humiliate them, all right? Just let them save their face, because no good comes out of from just exposing their person and that showing that they're bad. Don't do that, all right? So unless it has to be done, that is a different scenario. I'm saying, like, the small mistakes that people make, just don't expose people unnecessarily for your own selfish pleasure. Start doing that, and generally people will start liking you a lot more. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked the 5 tips, and I tell you that if you follow these 5 tips and start implementing them in your life, the next opportunity you get to talk to people, I guarantee you that you will see a massive improvement in your social life if you are an introvert like me. So yeah, try these tips out and see how it works out for you. It absolutely should. And also, I highly, highly recommend reading this entire book. It will skyrocket your social life and take it to the next level. So yeah, that's it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.